Hey Pisces, I'm tuning in for a reading today. This is going to be a little bit different. I've been getting a lot of requests for love readings, and we do have Valentine's Day coming up. So I did feel guided to channel in a love reading. And Pisces, I've been sitting and meditating on this energy coming in. I was guided to pull 3 cards. This usually never happens, Pisces, but I got a song that came up for your reading. I don't know I don't know why it's coming in, but it's the song in Shrek, I'm a Believer, okay? So if that resonates with you, Pisces, I would strongly suggest you look at the lyrics of that song. I had to look it up because I haven't even played the song, I haven't heard the song in a long time. And it was so random, Pisces. I was just meditating on the energy and that song started to play. Spirit wanted to show me that, so that may be for some of you, Pisces. But the whole idea behind the song is that, you know, he didn't believe, okay? Like his experience had been, you know, a certain way in his life. And all of a sudden he meets that person, okay? He meets that one person, sudden he becomes a believer of love, okay? So for some of you, Pisces, you have some experiences in your life that have made you doubt, okay, you know, what true love even is, you know, having the kinds of relationships that you've had, or the disappointments, the heartbreaks, the disillusionment that comes, you know, when a relationship doesn't work out, the shadiness that can come from other people. It feels like you've dealt the shorter end of the stick when it comes to love and relationships. 7 of Cups coming in. It's been a bit messy, okay? It's been a bit complicated, or maybe very complicated. As you can see here, we have some snakes, we have some bats, we have some ladders, we have some holes in the cups, and then we have all this foggy energy, meaning that you don't always know what's going to come from that cup. You don't always know what you're going to get, okay? First impressions, and not even just first impressions from people, but, you know, people can just switch up on you, you know, show you a completely different side of them. And so this card can talk about unpredictability, okay? A lack of clarity in relationships, and maybe even going through very messy, complicated relationships in the past. Having many interests, okay, many people that are interested in you, and maybe even potentially entertaining multiple people. But the 7 of Cups is coming in, Pisces, saying go with that which you want most. You don't know what's gonna come from these cups. You don't know what it is that you're gonna get. You can't really, you know, predict the future in a sense. I mean, yes, you can get guidance on the future, but there's a lot of lessons that will come in. And so the 7 of Cups is saying, when you don't see clearly, when you don't have all the answers, when you can't predict your way, you know, into the future, go with that which you want most, because at least at that point you won't have any regrets. And I don't know why it's coming in this way, Pisces, but the 7 of Cups is saying that, you know, love and relationships has been a complicated area for you. Maybe you're good at other areas in your life, but the 7 of Cups is saying there's been some messy energy here. There's been some disappointments, some heartbreaks, some letdowns, some snakes, okay? People that you can't trust, people that teach you lessons through pain. There's been a lot of lessons in your life when it comes to love. So Pisces, Valentine's Day is coming up, and this 7 of Cups is showing up as more of your past energy with your past experiences in relationships, okay? Ace of Pentacles showing up. February is the month of love, okay, because of Valentine's. There is a new connection coming in. There is a seed of new potential. The thing that I love about the Ace of Pentacles is when we're talking about pentacles in relationships and love, this means it's something stable, it's something solid, it's something committed and long-term. Even as an ace, even as a seed of potential, it's starting off strong, okay? Not strong as in a love bombing, it's moving hot and heavy, there's intense chemistry and passion. Not necessarily, okay? If we had Wands energy, that would be a different story, but we have an Ace of Pentacles. This is someone who is thinking long-term. This is someone who wants something solid, committed. When it comes to relationships, is talking about making a relationship official, whether it's moving on to that boyfriend-girlfriend stage, or moving on to that engagement stage, or moving on to that marriage stage, okay? This is talking about the long-term. This is talking about something that you can show for. And this is a really good sign, Pisces, because if before you were going off of feelings and emotions, that's not very solid, okay? That's not a strong enough foundation for a relationship. If you were going off of passion and chemistry and wands and fire, that's also just like a flame, you know? it can just blow out, that flame can just go out as quick as you can ignite it. So it's not that stable, it's not that steady. If you are basing a relationship on swords energy, intellectual conversations, being, attracted to their mind, being attracted to the way that they think, that's also not enough to sustain a relationship. So when we have pentacles, that's a really good sign, Pisces, that this is going to start off right, okay? It may be slow moving, okay? There may be some slow progress, but slow and steady wins the race is what I'm getting here. After whatever you went through in the past, Pisces, that messiness is clearing up and you're getting a solid offer coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards, Pisces, for past situations in love and who's coming in as well. But this is new, okay? This is an Ace of Pentacles. This is a new person. This is a new relationship, a new connection coming in, and it is an offer, okay? This person is going to show their cards in a sense. Like, they're going to let you know what their intentions are. And again, I'm seeing a solid offer here, okay? So it looks like it's starting off right and starting off strong. So 7 of Wands coming in, Pisces. So this is showing up as your either present or future energy coming in. It looks like you have a lot of people, okay? As you can see here, all of these wands are represented by different offers or different people that are interested in you, but you're only allowing one person in, okay? So you may have multiple people interested in you, multiple people attracted to you, gravitating towards you, but you're only letting one of them in. If you've been hurt, or if you've been placed through situations that were traumatic or that were very disappointing or heartbreaking or painful in relationships, Spirit wants you to know that you're fully protected, Pisces. You are being shielded, okay, from people that are not meant to be in your life, okay? As you know, some people get a lot of lessons, Pisces, but it looks like you've completed your lessons in relationships and love. So you may have gone through very karmic or toxic relationships, okay? A lot of your lessons, a lot of your trauma, a lot of your pain may have come through relationships. And that doesn't just have to be romantic, could also be family, friends, but relationships in general have been, a very big focus for lessons. So that means that Spirit, Divine, the universe has used those relationships to teach you lessons. And sometimes it can feel like those relationships are being used against us to teach us a lesson. But here, the 7 of Wands is saying, Pisces, that's no longer the case. Okay, if you were going through karmic or toxic relationships and now you are hesitant to open up the doors because you don't want to be placed through that kind of effery, Spirit is saying you are protected, you are shielded at this time. So do not fear, okay? Even if certain people try to come in for the wrong reasons, Spirit's going to clear them out of your life, okay? Certain things are going to happen to ensure that they don't penetrate this sacred space. They don't penetrate this bubble. And the only one that is deserving, the only one that is worthy of you is who Spirit is allowing in. As you can see here, you got multiple people interested in you, Pisces. You're kind of just focused on self, Pisces. You're minding your own business, doing your own thing. The 7 of Wands is a very unapologetic energy, okay? It's this energy of not giving an F what other people think, just doing your thing, going about your own life, being in your own bubble, not wanting to be a part of this messy energy, okay? See how you're going from this messy energy to this very clean, clear, safe, protected energy, okay? It's like you may have found yourself in this energy of, again, going through multiple relationships that failed or multiple situations that brought a lot of doubt and fear because you just didn't know what was going to happen. You just didn't know what was to come, and a lack of clarity, confusion coming in. And we have 7-7. It means that Pisces, 7s are a lucky number, okay? So your luck, your fortune in relationships is now changing, okay? You are about to get lucky in this area of your life. And what I'm getting for a lot of you is the fact that a lot of these relationships were karmic and toxic. So your luck is changing, okay? Your fate is changing in relationships for the better. And again, you are protected, Pisces. So do not fear, do not close off, do not block off. Just know that you are protected from spirits. And that the people that are not meant to be in your life are simply not going to be allowed in your bubble, in your space, okay? But there is one wand coming in, and I want to know who that person is. And again, Pisces, this person is the Ace of Pentacles. this person is making an Ace of Pentacles towards you. They are making some kind of an offer towards you. If this hasn't happened, Pisces, this is future energy, because I'm getting present, future, okay? And this is the past energy coming in. So past, present, future, this offer is coming in, Pisces. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what our Spirit wants us to know about this, this offer. Holy Spirit, please clarify the Ace of Pentacles for Pisces. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles for Pisces. What is this offer? Who is this person? What do you want Pisces to know? Okay, we got the Chariot in the reverse. We got the Eight of Cups in the upright. And the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So clarifying this Ace of Pentacles, Pisces, Chariot in the reverse, Eight of Cups, Knight of Wands in the reverse. Oh, Pisces, okay, this is actually a really good sign. You see how the Chariot and the Knight of Wands are both in the reverse, okay? When these two energies show up, specifically the Knight of Wands, okay? Especially the Knight of Wands, it talks about someone who is very inconsistent, okay? Someone who's very in and out, someone who can be very unpredictable, someone who can be very reckless, impulsive, immature, but mostly is someone who is very sexually driven, like they only are attracted to chemistry. It's that energy of a fling, okay? It's that energy of love bombing. It's this energy of coming in hot and heavy and then just ghosting, okay? Or being inconsistent. It's an energy that is driven by desire, by lust, someone who is, sexually driven, and it's not always a negative thing, but when it's in the reverse, it shows up as a shadow. So it does show up as, a negative quality, okay? It can show up as an inconsistent partner or someone who can ghost, someone who can be very in and out of your life. And that, Pisces, is part of what you're leaving behind in the past. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups is saying, Pisces, you did the right thing by walking away from these relationships. And I'm saying relationships because these were multiple relationships that ended the same way or had the same lesson, okay? As you can see here, there's 7 cups, okay? There was a lot of inconsistency, okay? And maybe even someone who just would love bomb you and then disappear or ghost, or was just very unpredictable in a sense. Someone who could have been very immature as well, not on the same level as you. Chariot in the reverse is someone in Pisces who doesn't care about, they only think about themselves. Like they don't really think outside of themselves. The thing about Pisces is a very empathetic sign. And so to you, Pisces, this is normal to you. Like you can connect with people. You understand people on a whole new level. You are connected to your intuition. You are very empathetic. You're able to place yourself in other people's shoes. You naturally, Pisces, you know, this is how you operate. That's part of the, so there is a negative side to that, okay? Because part of the lessons for the Pisces collect, that is a sign of the self-undoing, meaning that you tend to place other people before your own needs. You tend to, you know, love and care for people way too hard. You have a very big heart, Pisces, and some people may take advantage of that. But what you may not understand is that not everybody has that heart. Not everybody has that empathy or that care, that love towards others, okay? Even towards strangers, Pisces, like you just have a big heart like that. Not everybody operates that way, okay? So when I see the Chariot in the reverse, this tells me this is someone who is very self-driven, okay? Not in a positive way, because in the reverse, it shows a shadow. So it means that it's someone, Pisces, who only thinks about themselves in the moment, okay? So if they want something in that moment, they're gonna do it, okay? They're not thinking about the people who it's going to affect. They're not thinking about the consequences. They're not thinking about their partner or their family. They're just thinking about that desire and that want in the moment, okay? So they just act on that desire. They just act on that instinct. And Chariot in the reverse is they cause collateral damage wherever they go, okay? Because they're only thinking of self and they don't think about how their actions are going to affect other people around them. Okay? Or it could just be someone who is non-compromising, non-committal in a relationship, but expects you to be the one that will compromise to, expects you to be the one that's going to be there and be committed, okay? It's a selfish energy, okay? Nine of Wands in the reverse can also have narcissistic tendency, very inconsistent, very flighty. And what Spirit is saying, Pisces, 8 of Cups, you walked away from those relationships. You learned your own value, your own self-worth, Pisces, by walking away, okay? And this is why now that this energy has cleared out of your life, the karmics and the toxic relationships, now you're able to come into a solid relationship. Now you're able to come into a clean, brand new slate. Okay, something solid, something real, something official, something committed, something that you can build upon. It's not somebody from your past, because an ace is new energy. It's a brand new beginning. Whereas the 7 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Chariot in the reverse, this is coming in as past energy. So 8 of Cups, your walking away game, Pisces, is strong. Okay, it's on point. The 8 of Cups is saying, Pisces, even if it hurts, even if you don't want to, you're always going to respect yourself. You're always going to love yourself enough to walk away. And that's the thing that people don't understand about Pisces. They think that Pisces is just going to stick around. Pisces just loves too hard and they care too much. But Pisces just disappears, okay? A Pisces doesn't really play games. When Pisces knows that it's time to walk away, you're never going to hear from them again, okay? And that's the thing about you, Pisces. You know when it's time to walk away. Even if it hurts, even if you don't want to, you know your own self-worth, your own self-respect, and your value. And you're very good at walking away, okay? So for a lot of them, Pisces, they may not understand, okay? They may be the type of person that plays games to where it's like they come in, they come out, okay? It's like that on and off relationship. And what I'm getting here is like, you don't do on and off, okay? Are you in it? Are you not, okay? Is it yes? Is it a no? Is it black? Is it white? Like, there is no gray area here. Like, you don't do these back and forth kind of relationships. You don't like to engage in these games. You go from the 7 of Cups to the 8 of Cups. Your walking away game is strong, Pisces. It's on point. You go from having multiple cups and dealing with this effery, okay? You got the snakes, the bats, the ladders, and you got all this fog, all this haziness, all this confusion, to all of a sudden just dropping it and walking away, letting them go and walking away. And for a lot of them, Pisces, you shocked them because they didn't think that you'd be the type to walk away, okay? They're not used to that. They're used to their own games where they just come in and they go out. They have these ongoing relationships, this on and off, that is just simply like, are you in it? Are you not? Okay, are you committed? Are you in this? Are we together in this? Or are you not? It's like you don't play those games. You don't entertain that, okay? Whereas they may entertain multiple options, or they may play these games with multiple people, okay? Have their hand in too many pots. It's like you don't play those games. Okay, you let these cups sink and you walked away towards the horizon. And now Spirit is able to bring a relationship worthy of you, Pisces. See how all these wands are here? They're all wanting to come into your bubble, but Spirit is protecting you, and Spirit is only letting the one that is deserving of you, the one that is worth your time. Okay, because you learned your own self-worth, you learned to walk away. Now Spirit can match that with a relationship that's going to honor you. Okay, these wands can't come into your bubble. Only one of them is deserving. So trust, Pisces, that you are protected. If you've been hesitant or fearful to open up or have new relationships in your life because of what you've been through in the past, the kind of effery you've been through, just trust, Pisces, that in this cycle, in this phase of your life, you've cleared those karmic lessons. You've cleared those toxic relationships. You learned to walk away, and now Spirit can match that. Because you learned the lesson to walk away, Spirit can now reward you with a solid offer, a solid relationship, instead of entertaining this inconsistency or this player energy, or these games, whatever this is. The 7 of Cups is very messy energy. And as you can see here, there's snakes in there. Okay, there's people that you can't trust, people that don't have good intentions. So Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Chariot in the reverse, the 8 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I'm going to go ahead, Pisces, and look into this Knight of Wands energy. This is coming in as a past energy, so it might have been, a past person that you dealt with. Knight of Wands is fire, okay? So it could be an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius. It doesn't necessarily have to be that sign. They can have strong fire placements or just embody that energy, okay? But this is what I'm getting. This is a past person. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about this Knight of Wands, Holy Spirit? We got the King of Swords. For some of you, Pisces, it could have also been an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Tell me more. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands for Pisces. Okay, and we got the Judgment. We got the Judgment with the Empress in the reverse. And the Nine of Wands in the upright. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move these cards so you can see them, Pisces. I don't know who this person was to you, okay, or what they did specifically, Pisces, but I'm seeing here that whoever this person was, they tried to kind of keep you to themselves. They tried to kind of like keep you in their pocket, okay? The Two of Wands is kind of like wanting to hold on to you, okay? Maybe not treating you right, maybe not showing up the way that you deserve, but wanting to keep you, okay? Like there's this energy here, Pisces, of this person could have been very like manipulative in a sense. And it's like they wanted to kind of breadcrumb you. They wanted to kind of string you along and keep you in a sense, like put you in their pocket. It's like you just don't play like that. Like that's not you. It's kind of like trying to put you in a fishbowl kind of situation when you belong in the ocean. Like that's just not you. You don't belong in that fishbowl. Judgment. You had some kind of a major level up, some kind of a major upgrade, Pisces, and you made your way out of this connection, out of this relationship, whatever this was, okay? I'm seeing Knight of Wands energy, King of Swords energy. So either a fire sign or an air sign, or they embody that energy or they have those placements in their charts, okay? Nine of Wands, Pisces, whatever you went through, it taught you, Pisces, how to defend yourself, how to stand up for yourself, because that's the thing about Pisces. Pisces will stand up for other people. Pisces is so loving and so caring, but they will fight for the people that they love, okay? They literally will. But Pisces has a hard time doing that for themselves. Okay, and I just have to be real honest. You put other people before your own needs, Pisces. And that's one of the negative, okay? It could be a positive quality, but it's a negative quality when you do it to your own detriment, okay? And so the Nine of Wands, Pisces, these relationships, whatever mistreatment you went through, it taught you to stand up for yourself and defend yourself. Because you'll do that for other people, but it takes you a while to do it for yourself. And so the Nine of Wands, Pisces, these relationships taught you to call in your inner warrior, to stand up for yourself, to learn how to set healthy boundaries, to learn how to, if you need to block some people off, Pisces, to do so, okay? But the Nine of Wands means that you learn to stand up for yourself, okay? You are no longer in this fishbowl. You are no longer allowing yourself to be stringed along or breadcrumbed, or to, for this person to have a hold on you, okay? Because that Two of Wands is kind of like trying to put you in their pocket, whereas you are rising, okay? You are flying. You're meant to upgrade. You're meant to level up. They couldn't keep you at that level, Pisces, because you were progressing, you were upgrading, you were growing, you were leveling up. And this person wasn't growing with you. They just wanted to keep you in a sense, okay? They were not showing up correctly for you. They were inconsistent, going in, going out, playing games, but they still wanted to hold on to you. Nine of Wands, this taught you, Pisces, again, to channel in that inner warrior, stand up for yourself, learn your self-worth. An Empress in the reverse. You were not, Pisces, you were not growing with this person, okay? This person did not bring out the best in you, okay? There's people that will bring out the worst in you, and there's people that will bring out the best in you. And the Empress being in the reverse is showing up like, yeah, you were not growing with this person. You were not prospering with this person. It's kind of blocked off with this person because you're naturally the Empress, okay? And the Empress is someone who can, again, manifest, grow, give birth to new ideas, to new businesses, to new projects, to new life, okay? Whether you're male or female, this is just the energy of being able to manifest something, to bring something into reality, to bring something into life. This is the energy of abundance, of growth, prosperity. And so in the reverse is saying that with this person, there was some kind of a block there, Pisces. And you may have been like stunted, like your growth may have been stunted in a sense with this person. What do you want Pisces to know about this King of Swords coming in? Holy Spirit, tell me more about the King of Swords coming in for Pisces. We got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and we got the Queen of Cups, you Pisces, your energy. Oh, Pisces, whoever this King of Swords is, they're karmic, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. When the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse, it means it's going counterclockwise. It means it's taking you back, looping you back around through old lessons, old cycles, old situations, okay? In the upright is a completely different meaning, okay? It's very positive. In the reverse, it's a karmic person, okay? Whoever this King of Swords is, they were karmic to you. Queen of Cups, they were attracted to your energy. They were attracted to you, Pisces, to your beauty, to you as a person. The Queen of Cups is a very alluring energy, okay? If you think about the Piscean sign, it's represented by Neptune, okay? That's the planet of the fantasies. That's the planet of dreams, okay? You showing up in the Queen of Cups, you were showing up in your power, Pisces. And this person was very attracted to that, but they were not good for you, okay? So it's like they wanted you and they wanted to have you, but they, not only did they not treat you right, they didn't have good intentions, Pisces. This person could have been very self-centered, okay? The King of Swords in the reverse is a narcissist, okay? It's showing up in the upright here, but it's clarifying the Knight of Wands in the reverse, meaning that they have that side to them, Pisces. And that may come off as selfish. It may come off as cold. It may come off as emotionally unavailable. It may come off as just kind of doing what it is that they want to do in the moment, not thinking about anybody else. Whereas the Queen of Cups is a giver, okay? And she receives. As you can see here, she is open, okay? And it's like that attracted them to you, okay? You're showing up in Empress energy and Queen of Cups energy. Whether you're male or female, the Queen of Cups represents the Piscean energy, whereas they're showing up as a Knight of Wands and a King of Swords. So either a fire sign or an air sign is what I'm getting. Doesn't necessarily have to be that sign, but they were attracted to your natural qualities, Pisces, to your energy, to your vibe, to your looks. Again, you're represented by Neptune. That's the planet of fantasies and dreams. So you were someone's dream, you were someone's fantasy, but the way that they are, okay, or the way that they were, Knight of Wands with a Queen of Cups, that's, that's an immature energy. That's someone who's not on your level. And you would say the Knight of Wands in the upright is a different story, but it's in the reverse, so it's even worse, okay? Showcasing their shadow qualities. So Pisces, this person wanted to have you, okay? But they didn't know how to keep you, and they didn't know how to treat you, and they didn't know how to maintain this kind of relationship or connection with you. So it's not about just getting it, it's about maintaining it, keeping it, So I don't know who this is. I don't know why it's coming in this way, Pisces, but I feel like it's getting very specific, and I'm trying to keep this reading general, okay? But yeah, this is the love reading coming in for you, Pisces. It's talking about the past situation, okay? Present, you got a new offer coming in. 7 of Wands, only one of these wands Spirit is going to allow into your field, into your bubble, okay? You are highly protected, Pisces. Let's go ahead and clarify a little bit more, Pisces. I'm going to try and keep it general because it is getting very specific. Again, I'm getting strong fire, air sign coming in from the past. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What do you want Pisces to know about this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? Clarify the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse for Pisces. Death and rebirth, major arcana. So we got a major arcana clarifying a major arcana. So death and rebirth and the Lovers in the reverse. Are you kidding me, Pisces? You have 3 major arcanas coming in to clarify. So the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Lovers in the reverse, death and rebirth. Pisces, yes, this is exactly, I love when this happens. This is exactly what I was getting in the beginning. Your relationships, okay, specifically in love, okay, have been karmic, okay? The Wheel of Fortune showing up in the reverse is a karmic energy. It's taking you back through old lessons, through old cycles. The Lovers in the reverse talks about trouble in relationships, miscommunication, separation. I'm going to read you the card in the reverse so that you get a general idea, Pisces, but this is crazy because then we have death and rebirth. Spirit is saying this is now changing. This has now died out in your life, and this is why you're coming to an Ace of Pentacles. That's why you're coming into a brand new beginning, because you learned the lesson of walking away. You learned the lesson, Pisces, of your own self-respect, your own self-love, okay? As much as you care, as much as it hurts, you know when it's time to walk away. Break in communication, disharmony, the need to find self-love, giving away power in a relationship. The loss of self, okay? Too many expectations of others, an imbalanced partnership and codependency. Pisces, some of you maybe even were in relationships where, the other person tried to dominate or take your power away. Again, it's like this energy of the 2 of Wands, kind of trying to keep you in their pocket, trying to string you along. It's like seeing a beautiful, flower. Are you gonna cut that flower, okay, and let it die, or are you gonna water that flower, okay? This is the kind of person that wants to cut that flower and put it in their pocket, okay? This is the kind of person that wants to catch that beautiful mermaid or that beautiful fish and put it in a fishbowl, okay? That's what it feels like. So it says giving away your power in relationships. So you may have found that some of these karmic relationships, the other person was trying to overpower you, or they were trying to control or dominate in a sense. In Pisces, this has now died out because you learned the lesson. Now you passed the level. So you're coming into the rebirth, and that rebirth is coming in with an Ace of Pentacles. And I do want to know more, Pisces, about who's coming in, but I don't know why Spirit is bringing in this energy from the past, okay? Because we have the Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Chariot in the reverse. This is past energy. This is whoever you were dealing with, okay, in the past. This is present, and now what you're coming into is the Seven of Wands. So I don't know why Spirit is wanting me to emphasize that. Because Spirit wants you to know, Pisces, this is what I'm getting, that as many lessons as you've gone through in relationships, it's because the Wheel of Fortune was in the reverse. You were either clearing some karma, tying some loose ends, learning a lesson, but this was taking you counterclockwise, meaning it could have been a different person, different place, same lesson, same kind of dynamic, okay? This is a repetition of the Lovers in the reverse, okay? So multiple separations, you know, relationships turning toxic, relationships turning karmic because of that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. But now Death and Rebirth is saying, Pisces, that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is now dead and gone. Okay, that's cleared. And now the rebirth is an Ace of Pentacles. So again, an Ace of Pentacles when it comes to love is something official, something committed, and something long-term. Okay, something real. Something that's going to be there, not just a fling, okay, like the Knight of Wands, but something real, okay? And ask Spirit about who's coming in, okay, because I want to know what's coming in, what's happening. So let's go ahead and clarify. So past, present, future, Seven of Wands coming in. Holy Spirit, clarify the Seven of Wands for Pisces. Who's coming in for Pisces, and what does Pisces need to know at this time? See that Seven of Swords in the reverse. We got 777, Pisces. Wow. Okay, yesterday's reading we had 888 coming in. 777, Pisces, you got good luck and good fortune coming in. Some of you may be seeing 77 a lot. That may be one of your angel numbers. Okay, if you resonate with that, Pisces, I would strongly suggest looking into 777 because that's your number coming in. So we got Seven of Swords to clarify the Seven of Wands. We got the Six of Wands to clarify the Seven of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords in the reverse, followed by the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Pisces, you know what I'm getting here, and I feel like this is very specific, so that this may only be for like one of you. The Seven of Wands is an energy of being protected, okay? As you can see here, she's in this bubble, okay? Being protected, being shielded, but on the negative side, it can also talk about being blocked off and shut out, okay? Like shutting out the world, kind of doing your own thing, maybe even like isolating. And what I'm getting here, Pisces, with the Seven of Swords to the Six of Wands, is someone thought, Pisces, that after what they did to you, okay, the Seven of Swords this is one of the shadiest cards in the entire tarot deck, okay? This is the card of lies, cheating, deceit, stealing, you know, thievery, betrayal. Like, this is the shadiest card in the entire tarot deck, and it's showing up in the reverse, okay? So I don't like this card whatsoever. But someone thought, Pisces, that after what they did to you, that you were going to close off, that you were going to shut down, that you were going to block off, and you were not going to allow anybody in, okay? Like, this person, Pisces, was very aware of what they did, and they thought that that was not only their actions were going to affect you, they thought that you were going to shut down, that you were no longer going to trust, that you were no longer going to love again or trust other people or let other people into your life. And you are about to triumph, Pisces. You're about to come out victorious on the other end because you're not going to allow that to happen, okay? You are in a protective bubble, yes, but Spirit, Pisces, is the one that's protecting you, okay? All these wands cannot enter your space because they're not meant to be there. Only one of these people can come in, Only one of these relationships is meant for you. So you're about to triumph, Pisces, over a person who thought that you were going to shut down or shut out, that you were never going to love again, you were never going to trust again. Like, they thought they did some permanent damage, okay? And for a lot of you, maybe they did. Maybe you had to work on yourself a lot in connection. Why would you allow them to win, okay? If you just shut out and never trust again and never open up again, that means they won, okay? So it's like, no, Pisces, that may have been a bad, relationship. That may have been a negative experience. And I don't know why this message is coming in, but I feel like it's getting more and more specific. That's why I don't like to clarify in general reading. A lot of you, Pisces, because this is past, present, future, a lot of you are coming into a relationship that is coming in as something solid, something official, and you're going to be seen, okay? You are going to be seen by a lot of people in the past that did you wrong, and they're going to see you in this new relationship. They're going to see you successful. They're going to see you happy. Pisces, that is the best revenge, okay? Your happiness, your success is the best revenge, and that's exactly what's coming in with the Six of Wands. As you can see here, she's on stage, the spotlight is on her, and she's being celebrated. Means that you won, you triumphed over this person's deceit, okay? Because their expectation was, okay, after they did that to Pisces, Pisces is never going to trust again. Pisces is never going to open up again, okay? It's like, it wasn't just the damage that they did, it's the after effects of you having trust issues, having to heal, having to learn how to trust again and open up again. They thought you were never going to open up. They thought you were just going to shut out, and you're about to be seen, Pisces, in a new relationship, okay? You're about to be seen successful and happy with the Six of Wands. Pisces, for a lot of you, I don't know why I'm getting this strong earth energy. It may be that earth energy is coming in for the relationship, meaning it's a very stable, official relationship, or it may be an earth sign, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, doesn't necessarily have to be that sign. They could just embody that energy or have those qualities, okay? Because the King of Pentacles is showing up, Pisces, as this very mature, very masterful energy. Pisces, you have a King of Pentacles coming in, okay? And you may not even know this. You may not even know this yet. You see how this pentacle is being offered to you, and you see how this King of Pentacles is holding the same pentacle and offering it. This person is showing up, Pisces, and they're not coming empty-handed. Okay? Maturity doesn't have anything to do with age. It has more to do with life experience and wisdom, the wisdom that you take from those life experiences. So this is someone, Pisces, that is very mature, very knowledgeable, very good with the physical reality. This is someone who's showing up, Pisces, as very seasoned, very experienced, and they're coming in with a pentacle in hand, okay? The dog or the wolf next to him represents someone who is devoted, someone who is loyal, someone who is faithful, okay? This may be also a person who has that lone wolf energy as well. It's kind of like, they like to keep to themselves. And it's like you're the same way as well. It's like you're kind of doing your own thing. You're minding your own business. They come in with this offer, okay? The wand coming into your bubble here, into your sacred space. And they're coming in with this pentacle. Pisces, for a lot of you, Two of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse, this represents confusion. Okay, this is talking about you not understanding why certain relationships didn't work out, like you not understanding what you did wrong, where you went wrong, okay? Thinking that you learned the lesson and all of a sudden ending up in another relationship that's just like the last one. Again, it talks about this energy of feeling like you're blindfolded, okay? Feeling like you're tied up, feeling like you don't know which way to go, you don't know what decision to make, being at a crossroads. And the Ace of Swords is supposed to be clarity, breakthroughs, okay? But in the reverse, it can represent confusion as well. So there was a lot here that you didn't understand, Pisces, in your love life, in relationships, why a lot of relationships turn karmic, why a lot of relationships turn toxic. And you just didn't have the answers. So it's like, how could you learn the lesson if you didn't understand why it happened, okay? Or why, you thought you learned the lesson and all of a sudden you repeated it in another relationship, okay? The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse will do that. It will take you back through lessons over and over again. As you can see here, this is a spiral. You looping in time after time, trying to solve that math equation, not knowing what the answer is, not knowing what the solution is. Or betrayal. taking only what's needed, the universe bearing witness to true intentions, getting away with something, being strategic, being grateful for the resources you have, moving silently and quickly, lying to yourself or other, honesty, secrets, something stolen, taking more than your fair share, being held back by imposter syndrome. And again, this card, Pisces, is showing up for them, okay? They are in this Seven of Swords energy, and that is that shady energy that I was talking about, okay? You experience that multiple times, and this is why this confusion is showing up. This card warns us that we must be on the lookout for deception, thievery, and betrayal. While we can sometimes find ourselves the victim of someone else's deceit, it's also a nudge to act in alignment with our own highest morality. Be sure that you're being honest with yourself about the nature of your reality right now. Sometimes we pretend that everything is okay, or that we are doing our best even when we're not. Sometimes this shows up as recklessness or as an avoidance of responsibilities. Take only what's needed and remember that no excuse outweighs your ability to act from a place of love and integrity. You cannot deceive your own heart, and the universe will always bear witness to your truest intentions. For you alone and vulnerable under the light of the full moon, the only thing that matters is the truth. Move forward with this lightness of conscience to guide you. I act from a place of love and morality, and the universe witnesses my honest intention. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So power couple coming in, Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and clarify. I want to know more about this person before I wrap up this reading, and then we're going to go ahead and pull some advice from Spirit. Holy Spirit, tell me more about this King of Pentacles coming in for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know? Clarify the King of Pentacles. Okay, we got the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the Tower in the reverse. So we have two kings coming in. And Pisces, another thing to take into account is you're going to have multiple people interested in you, okay? But only one of them is deserving of your attention, of your love, okay? Only one of them is going to come in with a solid offer, whereas the others, okay, are not being allowed into your space, okay? Spirit's not letting them get into your bubble, okay? So just trust that you are protected at this time. So to clarify the King of Pentacles, we have the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the Tower in the reverse. Okay, Pisces. What I'm getting here is a lot of you lost hope, okay? So I'm going to say this, Pisces, because this is important. A lot of you lost hope or you lost belief in relationships and love, okay? And this is not, okay, this is not something to take lightly, because when you lose hope or you stop believing, you're no longer open to that. You're no longer looking for it. You're no longer open or receptive to those connections, to those opportunities coming into your life. That even if it comes knocking at your door, you're going to doubt if it's real. You're not going to believe. You're not going to have faith. Okay? And I'm only saying this, Pisces, because you do have it coming in. So you may have a tendency, Pisces, to push people away or to doubt or to kind of shut down or close off because the Nine of Cups is in the reverse. This is losing hope or losing faith that something could work. This love offer coming in. Tower in the reverse is saying, Pisces, Spirit wants you to avoid a tower moment by taking a look at this Nine of Cups in the reverse. I'm seeing a King of Pentacles here. You have someone, Pisces, coming in that already knows what they want. Okay, so if you're a little bit hesitant, if you're a little bit undecisive, they're going to take that as a red flag because this is someone who already knows what they want and they see that in you. But this Two of Swords can talk about someone who's a little back and forth, a little undecisive, and that's understandable, Pisces, because you've been through a Seven of Swords. So Spirit wants you to work on your faith and your belief in relationships, okay? In this wish being granted, okay? Because a lot of you wished for this true love, for this healthy relationship. But you stop believing because it's like you prayed for sunshine and then you got rain, okay? It's like you got the entire opposite of what it is that you asked for. Experience everything you didn't want to have, okay? So it's kind of like Spirit put you through the ringer before you could learn the lessons, Pisces, to finally come into a healthy, loving relationship so that you could value that kind of relationship. And I just seen 57 on the clock to work on your faith and your belief in relationships so that when this person shows up, Pisces, you don't close off. You don't block them. You don't push them away. You don't get defensive. You don't get indecisive. You don't hesitate, okay? because this person already sees what they want, and this is why they're coming with an offer. They're coming with a pentacle, okay? Open my grateful heart to the gifts that are coming my way, okay? This is the card of abundance and happiness, and it is often fittingly called the wish card. What have you been wishing for? Allow yourself to experience how fulfilling this journey can be, and fill your life with all the laughter and bliss needed to spur you into the next phase of your happiness. Take stock of all the feels that are surfacing, and remember to practice gratitude for the manifestation of your dreams. The appearance of this card in your spread is an auspicious message of prosperity, harmony, and getting what you desire, okay? You're about to get what you want, Pisces, so don't push it away. What you have been working towards is coming to you, okay? So enjoy life's pleasures and sink into the awe of wonder and a joyous heart. Pisces, okay, I'm getting goosebumps as I say this, but this is by far one of my favorite love readings for you, Pisces. Even though it was showing some of the past energy of what it is that you experience, what's coming in is worth it, Pisces. And I don't know why, okay, this message is coming in this way, but you're going to have a lot to look forward to, Pisces. New love coming into your life. Pisces, for a lot of you, you may have to work on your heart chakra at this time, either healing your heart chakra or activating your heart chakra, okay? Because it has to be open and receptive in order to allow this offer in. What is your advice for Pisces, Holy Spirit? What is your advice for Pisces? Six of Swords. Six of Swords is saying there's a need to leave the past in the past, okay? Six of Swords talks about transitioning, moving away from the things that no longer work for you, okay? Whether it's old relationships, old beliefs, old thoughts, whatever this is, Pisces, if you have not, had that faith or that belief anymore, if you were jaded, okay, it's time to look into that, to heal that, okay? Because you have an Ace of Cups coming in and a Two of Cups. My heart is open and filled with love, new connections, new romantic relationships, friendships, seeds of love and hope, newfound emotions, awakening the heart, joy, positive outcomes, oneness, bliss, creativity, an extremely positive message of vibrant beginnings. The Ace of Cups marks the genesis of relationships, emotional connections, and deep feelings of love and friendship. Your emotions are powerful magic. Cultivate your ability to call on expansive, optimistic, profoundly radiant feelings and consciously send your heart waves out into the world, awakening new adventures, romance, and effusive joy that you are calling into your life. Your capacity for love is expanding, and I just got chills like up my leg, okay? That's weird. Your capacity for love is expanding, so check in to make sure you aren't repressing your ability to connect with others as a result of being overly protective, okay? Exactly. Don't close off, Pisces. Don't push people away. Don't get defensive. Mindfully extend the love you feel to your own heart as well. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and find a fountain for healing. With copious amounts of self-acceptance, get ready to expand. Exciting affinities are emerging, and it's time to open up and give yourself permission to deepen your kinship with the life around you. And as you can see here, Pisces, the Ace of Cups is showing as you, okay? This is a brand new opportunity in love for you. And then this progresses through this transition into a Two of Cups. Now there's two people here, two hands coming together. So it starts off with you opening up, Pisces, either healing your heart or activating your heart or opening up your heart chakra, okay? Transitioning away from the past and coming into a relationship, okay? That's two different hands coming together, two different cups merging, okay? So this is you, and this is now you and your partners, soulmates, friendships, connected hearts, passion, kindred spirits, joyful connection and cooperation, union, sometimes marriage, duality, love, consciousness. I thrive in partnerships, and my heart leaps with joy when I connect. When you share your joy with those around you, you will attract deep and meaningful ties with others. This card whispers of romance and love, bliss and attraction, and the unity of the like-hearted. Sometimes it signifies the beginning of a new friendship or business partnership, while at other times it marks a profound romantic union. This perfect pairing of matched souls has the potential to develop into the magical and intoxicating entanglement of twin flames, or the merging of paths that will forever be united or change as a result. If you are single, look for the arrival of a profoundly passionate and devoted love. I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle, and then we're going to wrap this up because we're already at past an hour here. Let's go ahead and see. Holy Spirit, any final messages for Pisces? Any final messages for Pisces? This is the Higher Self Oracle deck, Pisces. We got overcome obstacles, acceptance, and perspective. Pisces, whatever obstacles you've been facing in your love life or in relationships in general, you're about to overcome those obstacles. But first, you need to accept them, okay? In order to change something, you must first accept it, okay? To be able to change it. And that's also going to shift your perspective on why certain things happened. That's it, Pisces, okay? This is getting too long. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this reading. If you would like to book a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. Be sure to include your name, your birthday, and your questions to get your reading back between 24 to 48 hours. This is all I have for your reading, Pisces. Blessings. Take care.